the destruction of Jerusalem nearly 6 centuries before the birth of Christ, the Jews were taken into captivity in Babylon. But 60 years later, Babylon's territories were conquered by the Persian army and engulfed in a new, vast empire. By edict of King Cyrus, all captive peoples were set free and allowed to return to their own lands. But not all the Jews returned to Judea. Many decided to remain in the Persian Empire, the capital of which was the magnificent city of Susa.
Law of the Persians.
It's not the harshness, Ezra. It's the absence of clemency. We Jews should remember when we write our own...
People of Susa, make way for the counselor of your king!
Just look at him. Ever since the kingdom of Saul, every Jew has known, as long as there's one Amalekite on earth, we are in danger.
It's been so many years. Will this feud never end?
Maybe, but I still refuse to bow before him.
Come, Ezra. We must try to do nothing which can bring harm to our people. Haman is just looking for an excuse to strike us.
Why can't we get through? You stupid idiots! Bow your heads before Haman, who brings gifts for the great king of Persia and Media.
How dare he?
What is it, my lord?
Nothing.
His riches have opened so many doors at court. Soon he may even win the king's favor.
Well, you know the king. He may have his indulgences, but...
Well then, it might not be as hard as we thought to rid ourselves of that imposter.
Well, Desiree, voilà Rajet. Garbezat, Lumi, Hanalazit.
Nu, Hanale Zebro.
Limnu, Hana, Lezibro.
Oh, you make me so proud, Hadassah. You have a true gift for languages. You learn so quickly.
Well, I do have the best teacher in Susa, cousin.
She's so generous and obedient. That's because she has the blood of King Saul from the tribe of Benjamin flowing in her veins.
Thank you, Ezra.
But heed my words. Don't let her marry a foreigner.
for someone else for my hand.
No one. Haven't you some chores to do? Mordecai.
You shouldn't treat her like the orphan you took in many years ago. She's a woman now. You have to accept that.
I know. But she is a special girl. She deserves a man who is worthy of her.
If it be the will of the Lord.
Hadassah? What is this about a man? So, should someone be asking for your hand? Is it anyone in particular?
Oh, I don't know. The man of my dreams, perhaps? But I will accept whomever you choose for me. You know me well, and you're a wise man. I know you'll make the right decision.
Today, with Haman, I was neither wise nor prudent. Hadassah Ezra is not wrong. Living among the Persians so long, we have become like them, but we are still Jews. We are different.
But you've always taught me that what matters is what's in a man's heart, not his blood.
Yeah. Your father might not have taught you so.
No father is more dear to me than you are.
Nehemiah, what are you doing? The king's jewels. Booty from all over the kingdom. But they are better off here than in their original places. Like that gold basin. It comes from the temple in Jerusalem. The Jews used it to gather the blood during the sacrifices. Have you washed?
No.
Everything must be purified before one of the most important banquets ever offered by the king. Wash. Tend to the wine. And taste it before offering it to the king.
What if I die?
You can, but not the great King Ahasuerus. Come.
Aratha, are you instructing him well? Remember that at court, a false move could cost him dearly.
Come with me, Nehemiah. Here is the wine you requested, my king.
To the health of our wise king. May he live forever. By the grace of the God our master. For the eternal joy of his loyal subjects.
If you, my subject, are so full of joy, why do you look so sad? Won't you reply?
My lord, I was thinking that this feast will soon end. Your servant Haman is sad because he cannot make it last longer.
You cannot, but your king has this power. I, Ahasuerus, king of Persia and Media, declare that every man here assembled shall drink without restraint, each to his own desire.
You spoke well. But answer this. Which of the king's jewels would you desire for yourself?
They're all equally magnificent, Shethar. I wouldn't know which one to choose.
My king, this man finds none of your jewels worthy of praise.
How brazen. Haman, you say that the King of Kings doesn't own a jewel splendid enough to reflect his glory?
My lord, The king's most beautiful jewel isn't among these.
Where is it then? Let it be brought.
A man's most precious jewels are his wife's grace and honor. There's no other beauty in your empire that can rival that of Queen Vashti.
Ishtar, the goddess of love and war. She must have her way, and she is pleased when she sees the beautiful princess and the valiant warrior fall in love. But other gods conspire against the match. Ishtar, moved to pity, begins to blow and blow and blow until the offending gods are swept away. Love triumphs, and the enemies of love are turned into ugly pigs.
Why do I bother to bring artists and dancers from faraway lands if my guests refuse to show interest in them?
My queen, we are not used to plays that ridicule our king's gods. We are confused.
I am not one of those foolish courtiers that prostrate themselves in order to obtain favors. I am the queen, and I do as I please in my chambers.
Harbona, the king's eunuch, asks to be received.
Don't just stand there, Arbona. Speak.
The king requires my lady's presence.
For what purpose?
He makes display of his most treasured objects.
Am I such an object?
Ah, the most beautiful of all, my queen.
It does not befit a lady, much less a queen, to be displayed before a man quite drunk, after too many days of feasting.
The king wills it. You are to wear the royal crown.
Say to the king that I refuse.
Queen Vashti?
Queen Vashti wrongs the king by refusing my command.
Not only the king, but the officials and the whole people in every province. A royal command must be obeyed.
What does the law require?
If it please the king, let a royal order go out that Vashti be sent away from palace life and never return before the king again. Let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, so that it might not be revoked.
My king, when word gets out, all women will look upon their husbands with contempt.
Let her royal position be given to another who is better than she.
Very well, Memucan.
Scribe, let it be written to every province in its own script, and to every people in its own language. Let it be sent by swift couriers to every province in the Empire,
that I declare, by royal decree,
that the king no longer recognizes Vashti
as his queen, due to her disobedience, as she dared oppose an explicit order by the king.
Harbona, go bring the queen to me.
There is no queen, my lord.
A decision made in haste. It was the wine. I revoke my command. Bring Vashti. I want her here.
I want to restore her crown.
It was a royal decree. My lord, by law it cannot be revoked. And not even the king can go against the law.
What is your advice?
If it pleases the king...
Speak, Haman.
Let beautiful young virgins be sought out for the king. And let the king appoint commissioners in all the provinces to gather the virgins to the harem in the citadel. And let the girl who pleases the king be queen in Vashti's place.
This suggestion pleases the king. Let it be as Haman has proposed.
Hadassah.
Any resistance will be punished! You must obey the king's order! Look in that direction! Clear! Move on to the next street!
Hadassah!
Mordecai?
God, you were here. Quickly. Quickly. You must hide.
Why?
They are taking girls!
What for?
For the harem of the king. Hurry. Hurry. Get in here. Do you want to spend the rest of your life in a harem? Get in. Be still.
Open the door! In the name of King Ahasuerus!
I will send them away.
Come on, open up!
Yes.
Your daughter must come with us.
Daughter? I have no daughter.
The neighbor says there is a young girl here. A very beautiful young girl.
But my neighbor is old. He doesn't see well.
You Jews, you think you can outwit a chamberlain of the great king of Persia?
No. Perhaps it was a servant girl. But she just cooks for me. She doesn't live here. Look for yourself.
No daughter? What is this? So you were lying to me.
It's not what it seems.
Keep searching and bring her to me.
Come on. Up with her.
Please. Leave me. Let's go.
She's an orphan and a kinswoman. See here. Perhaps we can discuss an arrangement.
Say goodbye to your kinsman.
Goodbye, my dear cousin. May the God of our ancestors reward you for all your kindnesses.
Tell no one you're a Jew. You cannot even use your name. Call yourself Esther. You know what it means. Forget your name, but never forget you're a Jew. Except in the silence of your heart. Be brave, my child.
This way. Quick! Quick! Come on!
Separate them. Find rooms for them away from the others from Babylon. Come, come, enter, my beauties. Don't be afraid. Jews. I am Hegai, in whose charge you will remain until you move on to the second harem. Welcome to your new home. Today, we shall begin transforming you for your encounter with the great king in the royal bedchamber. Don't be upset. We will begin the prescribed treatments with oil of myrrh, and later with perfumes
Little one,
and
there's no need to
cosmetics.
cry.
You will be taught palace etiquette and how to conduct yourself in the presence of the king, so that when your turn comes, you could even become a queen. What is this commotion? Make her be quiet.
If only she could be with her sister, who was also brought to the palace.
You know this girl?
Not until now.
Then she is no concern of yours.
But her distress is my concern. And easily remedied by a man of authority here.
Men. You won't find any men here.
I know a man's real strength. And by your eyes, I see more strength in you, Hegai, than in an army of warriors.
Who are you?
I am Esther.
Esther? A Babylonian name. Your people are from Babylon?
No, I'm from Susa.
Well, Esther of Susa, out! Everyone out! To the second wing, with the Babylonians!
This is the full tribute of ebony.
600 talents, yes. And next we have incense.
Not you again. I told you, don't bother me today. What happens in the harem is of no concern to me, nor of any man save the king. If you want a long life, my friend, forget the girl.
I was charged by her family to see if she is well. Please.
What's this?
Frankincense, sir.
You call this incense?
Second-rate. You know people in the court. You know the eunuchs. You could ask them. You made an error.
How? What are you talking about?
Here.
So I did.
It's because you need an assistant. Appoint me. I am a scribe. I can read and speak Aramaic, Babylonian, and Persian. I could be of great help to you.
All because you know how to count.
That incense? It isn't actually second-rate.
Enough. My assistant. Perhaps you will sit within the palace gate. You're a clever man, Mordecai the Jew.
The king will tell you to rise. Watch. You will not bow with your head, but with your heart. You will walk lightly, as if on water. And when you do bow, you will smile, but keep your eyes lowered. Silence! It is forbidden to look the king in the eyes, save for the royal princes and his closest advisors. It is forbidden to rise without the king's permission. It is forbidden to dress carelessly. And it is forbidden to scratch yourself. Forget whatever you have done up until now.
When it is your night to go to the king, you may ask for anything you want to take with you. I will ask for a necklace of pearls that will reach to my feet.
I will have only a fan of white feathers. Perhaps the king will never send me away.
Maimuna, why has no girl ever returned from the king?
The first harem is only for virgins.
And after our first night, what then?
In the morning, Shagaz will take you to the second harem, the eunuch in charge of the concubines. There you will remain unless the king delights in you and calls for you by name.
Maimuna,
my lady.
what is it like? I mean, to make love to a man.
That depends on the man.
The murder of the governor of the Southlands is clearly an offense. Even the king's life could be in danger. The assassins must be found and punished.
Memucan's concern is justified. We must send someone there immediately. This is a very serious matter.
Perhaps you should go, Karshina. Everyone knows you've been coveting the idea of a governorship in those rich lands.
That is a lie!
Let me go! I bring a message to the Great King from the governor of the Southlands.
That's impossible. The governor is dead. Boy, don't you know no one comes unsummoned before the king? The penalty is death. It's a law.
But I was summoned!
By whom?
He was supposed to be here, my lord. I don't see him, but I know his name. It's Kashina.
Kashina. And, where is he now?
I don't see him.
Execute him!
I'm innocent, my lord! I don't want to die!
Be brave. Your death shall not go unpunished.
If one of you sent for this man,
His blood is on your hands. There will be an investigation of this, Kashina.
Esther, what will you wear when you go into the king?
You have seen to my every need, Higai. You decide.
But it is customary to request something to take in with you.
Well, in that case, I rely on your wisdom. I shall bring whatever you think I require.
It's for tonight.
May the god Ahura Mazda be with you.
Tell us your name.
I'm called Esther.
Esther. The name of the goddess Ishtar? The goddess of love, yes?
In the tongue of my people, it has another meaning. It means hidden.
So you hide behind a veil. Are you that ugly? Rise, so I can see you. Are you a Mede? Are you Ionian? Assyrian?
My people are loyal subjects of the King of Persia, my lord.
That's not an answer. Silence is a rare gift in a woman. But I command you, look at me. What do you see?
My king, I see a man with courage and beauty in his eyes.
You're all the same. You're lying to me just like they taught you to. Well, let us do what has to be done. You picked a rose in the garden. Is it a gift for your king?
My lord, I picked it for myself. Forgive me for taking it.
You are different. You're courageous. You're not like the others.
Perhaps. The truth is, I've always been afraid of the unknown. And I've never known a man.
Esther, no one will hurt you. wise Esther, Queen of Persia and Media.
Hail to the Queen!
Long life and happiness to Queen Esther.
You're a Jew who bows before a pagan king. Esther is crowned queen of all Persia. Rejoice.
How can I rejoice when a Jewish girl is wed to an uncircumcised heathen? King or no king? Our sons and daughters are mixing our precious seed with foreigners. And they take for themselves foreign names like Esther.
Perhaps there is a hidden design in this turn of events.
There's one way for us. The way that leads us back to Jerusalem.
Old guards! 2 steps forward! March! 2 guards!
Are you afraid?
It's not the first time I've killed a man.
Huh.
It's set then. Tomorrow night.
Here is the poison, to slip into his drink. You have the dagger? Tomorrow night.
Attack! Send for Harbona. I must speak with the king immediately. It's a question of life or death.
Yes, my queen.
How came this evil news to you?
The man they call Mordecai, the Jew, who sits within your palace gate, sent word to me.
A Jew?
Are not the ears of a Jew to be trusted to save the life of our king?
Go on.
Mordecai overheard Teresh and Bigthan planning to kill you.
My lady, 'tis the word of a stranger against that of 2 of the most noble members of the king's household.
Harbona, then why don't you show the king your precious dagger?
I can't, my lady. I mislaid it several days ago.
It is by the fountain in the garden. It was to be Bigtan's murder weapon. But everyone was to believe Harbona was the real assassin. And then Teresh was to feign Harbona's suicide with poison.
You wanted to poison me and kill my king?
It's a lie! We are falsely accused, my king!
Enough! Memucan, you conduct the search immediately. Guards! Hold these men prisoner pending an investigation!
Please!
It will be done, my lord. It will be done.
So they are guilty. But why did they want to kill me? This investigation of yours doesn't say why.
They refuse to explain their reasons.
I had entrusted them with my life! They had my complete trust! Who is behind this, Memucan? When will I see an end to all these intrigues? Execute them, and let it be written in the annals.
Let it be written in the annals of Ahasuerus, the great king, that in the month of Tebet, Bigtan and Teresh did plot to assassinate the king, and that the plot was discovered by a certain Mordecai, the Jew, who did save the life of the king with much alacrity and courage.
My king, if you bring nothing but bad news, Haman, you may go.
One can hide nothing from you, my lord.
I'm patient, Chamberlain. And most of all, I've time to wait.
Memucan. Memucan. I commanded you not to die. How dare you leave me?
My lady, no one is able to make him see reason.
No, my lady. No one may come unsummoned before the king. Not even the queen. The penalty is death.
The Queen requests to be received. She's worried about your health.
Get away! All of you!
He is in pain, my lady. He will overcome it. No one can...
My lord, you have mourned him for 3 whole days. Do you want Memucan to come back from the Valley of Death to remind you of your duty? You must go back to governing again.
The queen has lost the king's favor. There will be sad days ahead.
Haven. What do you want? Help me win back the king's favor. Speak to him. I'm not in a position to do so. You think you can get away with this? I got rid of Karshina for you, and this is how you repay me!
What's the trouble? What was that all about?
Shut up, you foolish woman. What more do you want? The king is about to appoint me as new Lord Chamberlain.
Are you mad? You show no respect for the king's right-hand man.
Never will I bow to that man.
The king commands it. Who are you to disobey?
A Jew prostrates himself only before the Lord.
It's not so easy as it looks. It takes time.
Seems I have plenty of time.